Rising Storm 2 Vietnam is created by Tripwire Games, the same company that brought you Killing Floor 2, Red Orchestra, and the previous Rising Storm games. All those are worth checking out on their own. As the title suggests, you fight your way through the forests of Vietnam, war-torn villages, cities, and even rice fields. Two factions battle it out, which is North Vietnam and South Vietnam. The US, Australia, and Republic of Vietnam are the South Vietnam faction. The National Liberation Front and People's Army of Vietnam are the North Vietnam faction. Depending on what team you are placed on, you will be given a selection of guns to choose from that are accurate for that faction in that era. To give you a brief history, North Vietnam is for communism, so where the South Vietnam faction is trying to prevent the spread of communism. In this game, you are no bullet sponge. A few well-placed shots to the torso and you're down. One shot to the spine and you're dead. And yes, headshots actually do kill you in this game. When shot, you will be given a visual indicator on your screen to see what damage you have been taking. If shot in your legs, you will run slow for a few seconds as you make for cover. If damaged heavily, you will have to bandage yourself up before you bleed out, so I highly recommend getting to the closest cover. The body part that you're shot in will determine how long it'll take to bandage yourself. If you're tired of arcade shooters, this game brings back realism in a fun way that makes you want to keep on coming back. There are 3 game modes to choose from: Territories, Supremacy, and Skirmish. Territories is a round-based game mode. Defenders fight to protect their objectives, while attackers push forward to gain control of the enemy points. The team that has the most people on a point dictates the control of the objective. Objectives are in sections of the map, unlocking more as the attackers claim them. The round will end by either depleting the other side's tickets, capturing all the objectives, or by the timer running out. Once as the round is over, the teams will switch sides. The team with the most points by the end wins. Supremacy is a fully open map to where 2 teams fight over the control of objectives to gain more points. The team that can hold the objective for the longest will be victorious. Skirmish is a fast-paced game mode. Both teams start with a respawn timer, which when it runs out, doesn't allow for teammates to respawn onto the battlefield. To add more time, you'll have to capture an objective, which adds 45 seconds. You win this game mode by either holding all of the objectives for 1 minute, or depleting the enemy team's reinforcements. If the round timer runs out, the last players will fight it out until one team is victorious. When you join a game, you'll have to select which team you want to be on. Team balance is a factor, so don't be surprised if you have to wait a moment to get on your desired faction. Once you're in, on the left-hand side you will see all the roles that are available to you. On the right, you'll see all the squads that you can join. You can even create your own and name it. All the roles besides Grunt have a limited number that is allowed on each team, so a fast SSD can help you claim your desired role. The first role is a basic infantry class, labeled as Grunt, Rifleman, or Guerrilla. You will be issued an assault rifle like an M16, a battle rifle like an M14, or a bolt-action rifle like a Mosin. You will also be given 2 grenades at your disposal. The North Infantry class is given a Punja Pit in addition. The next role is called Point Man. This class provides cover via smoke and is equipped for close quarter combat meant to flush out enemies. They also spot and disarm enemy traps. Pointmen are given a submachine gun, a shotgun, or a basic rifle as their main weapon. They are also equipped with a rigged explosive such as a claymore or a tripwire mine. Machine gunner is your next option. You will be issued a machine gun, a pistol, and a single grenade. Machine gunners are great for laying down suppressive fire and for taking out a massive amount of players rushing onto a point. Keep in mind that you can see muzzle flash, so make sure when you're laying down suppressive fire that you have good cover. The last basic role is Marksman. This is your standard sniper class, giving you a semi-automatic or bolt-action rifle with the scope to take out your enemies from a long distance. You will also be issued a sidearm and a rigged explosive to protect your 6. The next roles are specialized, which means they are only available on specific factions. The North Vietnamese are given RPG troopers that are used to take out enemy helicopters or clear a room from a distance. The North is also given a specialized class called Sappers, which are armed with multiple explosive traps. meant to be used on commonly traveled routes, and great for an ambush. The South Vietnam faction gets a combat engineer, which issues you a flamethrower and a pistol. The South Vietnam faction also has a grenadier. The grenadier is issued a single grenade launcher and a pistol. Keep in mind, grenades shot out of the tube will only explode from a distance, and if too close will not detonate. The South also has 2 pilot roles that are available as long as a map supports it. The first pilot role is transport pilot. They're responsible for flying teammates close to an objective and landing, allowing them to get out and rush the objective. Their chopper can also be treated as a mobile spawn point, so they come in quite useful. The second option is combat pilot. They are given 2 helicopters, which is the Loach and the Cobra, used to rain hell down on the enemies. The Loach is a smaller helicopter used for quick flybys, where the Cobra is a little bit more heavy duty and great for clearing out an objective. Piloting in this game is not easy, so I highly suggest going into the boot camp on the main menu and practicing with each helicopter before jumping into a pilot role online. You can also use the boot camp to try out each type of class and weapon to get a feel for them before getting into the battlefield. The last 3 roles are more oriented towards leadership. If you choose to create your own squad or get promoted, you will become the squad leader. Squad leaders are allowed to pick any role except commander and pilot. They are also issued exclusive equipment such as binoculars and violet M18 smoke grenades. The binoculars allow for squad leaders to mark target areas for airstrikes and gunships. The violet M18 smoke grenade allows for squad leaders to mark places they cannot visually see that may be over a wall. Squad leaders on the north are given squad tunnels, which is a fixed spawn point that they can dig, while the south squad leaders have their squad mates directly spawn on them and need to be a bit more cautious. As you heard me say, there are airstrikes and attack gunships. This is support that is issued by your commander. A single player on each team will be chosen to be your commander and help you out. Other support options they are given are recon that mark targets on the map, which you can see by hitting M, anti-air, which allows for your commander to shoot down enemy gunships or enemy recon planes, as well as transport choppers. The gunships and napalm strikes are support options only available for the South Vietnam faction. The North Vietnam faction can use an ambush to quickly spawn their teammates on their commander's position. They also have access to Ho Chi Minh Trail, which causes spawn time to be cut in half and reduce the amount of tickets lost for a period of time. Communication is vital for this role. Squad leaders and commanders should keep constant communication to mark specific points and to inform each other of vital information. The commander must be near either a radio tower or a radio man. The radio man is the last role that plays a big part. They are given smoke grenades and a standard rifle. The commander can call in support on a radio man instead of being tethered to a tower. This role is vital for ambushes since they allow a commander to start an ambush closer to an objective. One of the features I really enjoy about this game is the capability to customize your character for each faction. You unlock new items as you rank up or by purchasing the cosmetic-only DLC. This allows for you to show off your hard-to-earn items or show your support for an awesome game while looking badass. Now let's get talking about the optimization for this game. When the game is running, it'll primarily use 1 or 2 cores, so I would make sure that your processor has good single-core performance. When it comes to graphics cards between AMD and NVIDIA, AMD tends to run into more problems with this game in particular. Regardless of which brand that you have, I highly recommend updating to the latest drivers so you get the best performance possible. The settings I run the game at is on Ultra with it V-synced to my monitor for 60 frames a second. I run a stock i7-6700K and a 980 Ti. I sit right around 60 frames a second and rarely run into any issue. The only time I experience a major dip when it comes to frame rates is when I'm playing on one of the 164 player servers, to where if there's a lot going on in the area I'm in, it'll dip between 30 to 50. So should you buy this game? If you're someone who enjoys realistic shooters where people go down with a few shots, you like a little bit of social interaction, with some cool locations and historical weapons, I highly recommend this for you. I hope that helped narrow down your decision whether this game is right for you or not. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe for some more awesome content to come. Comment down below what you thought of the video and what we should do next. But until next time guys, I'm AJ from Those Awkward Gamers, and keep on gaming.